Good evening, Mr. Bob.
I always want to do that. Hi! Today we'll be talking about this lighting setup that we have here, also about this set that we've built for a music production video course. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Bigger, bolder, faster. Going to the maximum. Bigger, bolder, faster.
Let's start from the background. So this background here is actually a beam projector. So we use this laser short throw projector to put the background behind me. Recently, most of the productions in Hollywood are using some kind of a green screen or maybe a LED wall. Because we don't have this kind of money, like we don't have Hollywood money here, we just use a beam projector that, it's not the same as a LED wall. It's better than green screen in many cases, but it's good for people that are working on a budget. If you want to play with virtual production, because this background here is actually CGI made in Unreal Engine, if you would like to experiment with virtual production, then a beam projector is a good place to start. So I really recommend it. Let's go to the next part. To be honest, the only trick that we used here was the LED projector background. Other than that, we used props, and I'm not counting the dog. We used the speaker, a computer with a monitor, and the computer is running some kind of audio program. Other than that, we have this LED bar light. This LED tube is actually very important. As you can see in the background, we have CGI yellow lights. That's why we use the tube to merge the backdrop and the front a bit better. When we are making a CGI backdrop, we always try to merge them a bit better by having some practical lights or practical props that resemble things that we have in the back. So that's actually all I have to say about the props and the set. Now we can talk about the lights a bit. Okay, let's go to the light setup. First of all, I will turn all of the lights. First, I will turn off the aperture lights, and then I will turn off the kinoflow lights. Okay, now we have only the backdrop, the computer, and the practical light bulb. So let's start with the key light. Our key light is this LS300X aperture light. We are using the bicolor version because we want our lights to have a yellowish tint. The key light is standing about 35 to maybe 45 degrees to my right. Also, it's shining down. Also, you can see that it has a grid. This grid is very important when you want to use a beam projector in the back, because excessive spill can kill your contrast. Let's now go to our fill light. The fill light is a LED version of kinoflow light. It is on my left, and as you can see, it has a huge frame with diffusion on it. Also, you can notice that we have a grid here because, as I said, grids are very important when reducing spill. Now I will turn on our front light. The front light is used especially when we want to straighten up all of those wrinkles. If you have a person that would like to look beautiful, a soft front light with not too much power is a good way to fill all of those wrinkles. Next, we have another aperture light. It's an Amaran 200X, so also a bicolor light. It is actually providing a little kick that helps to separate me from the background. That's all. And for our last light, we have the top light. It's actually filling the space really well, and it's providing ambient lighting for all of the props, for the table, and such. You probably also noticed that we have a flag here. We're using this flag to cut some of the top light because we didn't want the table to be too bright. Especially because during the shoot we had a MIDI keyboard here that was really bright and we didn't want to overexpose it. That's why we used the flag to cut the light. Okay, so that's it for this video. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and leave a comment if you'd like to know anything more. So, bye bye.
Bigger, bolder, faster. Going to the maximum. Bigger, bolder, faster.